All right, so here's the story of how I met Morgan Wallen. So um, I work in this restaurant in Tennessee. I won't say where, um, but I went into work yesterday, and I was told kind of on the down low that we would be having a special guest coming in, and they told me it was going to be Morgan Wallen. So of course I was really excited because I love country music. I love Morgan Wallen, and so he was supposed to come in kind of later that evening, last night, and I was I was scheduled to be bussing tables that night. I'm either bussing tables or being a host, either one. But I was scheduled to be a busser, and so I told the waiter who was going to be waiting his table. I was like, "Hey man, like you need anything? Like I got you. Like I'm your man. Like you need more water, clear plates. You got me." Because I was just trying to get in the room, you know. And and he was like, "Yeah, man, for sure. Like he's a super cool dude." And so finally the time comes, and um, sometimes because we have a lot of celebrities that come and eat at this restaurant, and sometimes they come through the back. But in this particular instance, he came through the front, and he came in with a group of people, and he was like the last one in line, and um, I was standing like in the middle of the restaurant, and he like walked right by me and went back to the private room, and so as the night went on, I was kind of doing other things, and then that waiter comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, can you go water um, the private room?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I went in the room, and I refilled everyone's water, including Morgan Wallen's water. And when I went in that time, he was like in the middle of a conversation, so I nothing was really said then, but I did refill his water, and later on, I brought the table more bread as well. And then this is the really cool part. So um, I was actually bussing tables in another private room that we had. There was some kind of private event going on. And as I was coming out of that room with plates, I see Morgan Wallen and I guess one of his buddies go to the bathroom. I was like, oh shoot, like this is my chance, right? So I like as casually as I can, I like sprint to the kitchen, I drop off the plates, and I run back to the bathroom, and and I walk in, and sure enough, there's Morgan Wallen and this other guy, and they're both at like the urinals, and so I'm just like standing there waiting, and then once they were done, they go to wash their hands, and his buddy was washing his hands, and Morgan Wallen was just kind of standing there like against the wall, just kind of waiting, and I was standing like right beside of him, okay, and and we were just kind of standing there, and I kind of lean over, and I was like, hey man, and he turns over at me, and he's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, hey, I'm a big fan. Keep it up, basically. And I like give him a fist bump. He's like, oh man, I appreciate that. He's like, I'll try, or something like that. Anyway, super, super cool. Like, and I just kind of froze. Like, I was like, this is so cool. Um, and I was thinking on like getting a picture, but I was like, I don't know, just because honestly, I was just so frozen in time. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, um, so that was so crazy. And then later that night when he left, I was kind of standing by the door, and again he was like the last one to walk out. And I was like, "See you, man," and he's like, "See ya, dude." It was it was so freaking cool, man. Like Morgan Wallen, like shoot, yeah. Anyway, super super cool.